Hello and welcome back to Suspended Foundation. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkis, and this is another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this one is the I Am Mother movie from Netflix. So before I get into that, I'm going to do a little business first. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You can hit the dislike button. I just ask you to go down in the comment section, tell me what it is you don't like, give me some constructive criticism. You know who you are, those of you out there. And if you want to see when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 opportunity of YouTube actually notifying you if I'm online or not. Best way of finding out what my schedule is, going to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at my schedule up there. I also mirrored it on my Facebook page as well. I only set it up for the week because I don't know what the week's going to bring me. So that's why I do it week to week. I also have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I also have a Patreon page, but I don't have any tiers set up as of yet. I will have them set up by the end of the year. So, yeah, how's everyone doing? I was going to let some people trickle in. See, yeah, exactly. If you like what you see, Moof, that's what I say. It's high. So this movie came out on Netflix on January 25th of this year, and kind of flew under the radar. Not a lot of people. I mean, you heard a little bit about it when it first came out, but then nothing. And Netflix did not promote this at all because Netflix doesn't promote stuff. And um, it's got a very small cast of people. It really does. I mean, you have Rose Byrne, who's doing the voice of the robot. You have Luke. I actually forgot his name now for just a moment. I actually have it up here. Luke Hawker, who actually physically played the robot. He actually was wearing a suit. You have Clara Rudgard, who plays daughter. And then you have Hilary Swank, who comes in as well. I'm not going to give any plot points out. I'm not going to spoil this at all because it's pretty good. I'm going to tell you that right now. It came out in January, Viking Bitch. Same thing with me. I didn't see it until now. And I just had time and I had it in my queue. And I'm like, you know what? I want to watch something. What haven't I seen on Netflix? And I saw that. I'm like, I'm kind of in the. So this is more of a Halloween movie. I really do think, even though it's sci-fi in nature, uh, it's sci-fi horror in a way because you never really know what's going on. Let's put it this way. The only thing I will give away is the very, very beginning. It starts off where the human race is extinct. It for whatever reason, it starts off. It says human race extinction, and how many humans left? It says 0. And you're in a bunker with a whole bunch of embryos and a robot that gets activated. And that's where we start off with. And it's kind of an interesting premise. And it just goes from there. It builds on it and it never gets old, shall I say. It has a couple of slow moments, but they're very few and far in between. It glosses over them fairly quickly and keeps moving. And I haven't seen Hilary Swank in anything for a while either. Exactly, Movie Shinobi. So it's kind of interesting to see that she was in this. And it's a really good sci-fi movie. It goes back to the basics of sci-fi. It also is the basics of horror as well. And it's very well made. It doesn't give anything away, even till the end. It even has, at the very end, as a matter of fact, they even throw you a couple of more twists, which is kind of nice, which I wasn't expecting. Do they say why the embryos were saved? Yeah, Viking Bitch, they do. By the end, you'll know why. So yeah, everything is explained. It really is. And that's the nice thing about it. It's not overly complex. It's not not something that you're gonna have to really think about as you're watching it. You're not gonna have to scrutinize every single detail and everything like that. It's an old-fashioned sci-fi story that is actually very well done, and everyone plays their role very, very well. I have to admit. So definitely take a look at it. So, is it worth your time? Yes, it is worth your time. It took you a while to understand the ending, Jasper Seho. Um, yeah, it for some people it might. I don't know. I got it right away what was going on, and I was like, wow, okay, that's actually that's fucking awesome. They did a good job on that. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, Clara Rudgard is an actress to watch, definitely, and she's one who plays daughter, and it's an interesting show. It's an interesting movie. Yeah. And the special effects, I mean, the thing is, they're practical for the most part, everything that's going on. There's very little CGI that's needed or anything like that. And that's what's actually good about it as well. So, and it could even fit into another franchise that I'm not going to name. But once you see it, you know, once you get near the end, you're going to go, oh shit, that actually could really fall right into that franchise fairly easily. But yeah. uh, yeah. Uh, well, that wasn't too hard, movie Finobi on that one, you know. Yeah, and Rose Byrne, her voice, it's soothing, but at the same time, kind of frightening too. And I think that's the reason why they used it, quite honestly. And I did like that. They did a nice job. It's a very fine line of balance of um you don't know what exactly is going on. You might have an idea, then you're like, no, that's not happening. And then you go, well, maybe it is. So you're like, no, I don't know what's, you know. And so yeah, it's fairly interesting. That's all I can say on that. I'm not going to spoil it at all for anybody because it's one of those things. It's nice to actually be surprised by a movie for a change, and it's not long. It's a 2 hour. You know, it's a little less than a 2 hour long movie. So ah, yeah. Love Rose Byrne. I remember when I found out she was English, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the only way I've known her is the English accent. I can't remember what I saw her in first, but yeah, she is definitely English. I don't have a runtime. Oh wait, I do have a runtime in the movie. It's an hour and 53 minutes long. So yeah, just under 2 hours in length. Definitely worth your time. Check it out, and you're not going to be disappointed, quite honestly. And like I said, this is a Halloween movie, even though it's sci-fi. It does have a very kind of horror bent to it, as well as sci-fi bent to it. So it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I honestly don't remember what the first role I saw her in, Jasper, to tell you the truth. It's been a long time. So I mean, she's almost my age. She's younger than me, I know that, but she's almost my age. So, yeah, this is a short, sweet, and to the point one because I can't I can't give anything away, quite honestly. I can't say anything about it because if I say anything about it, it will ruin the surprise of the movie. And I'm just disappointed that Netflix has not promoted this, hasn't tried, you know, putting it out there at all. They just kind of threw it out there and forgot about it, quite honestly. And it seems like they're doing that with a lot of things. Well, I take that back. Umbrella Academy, they actually leaned heavily on the ads. So I was seeing ads on, you know, other channels and things like that. So Yeah, it was kind of disappointing to have them not promote this, and then seeing how good it was, and then also they just put it on in January at the beginning of the beginning of the year. It didn't fit with that time of the year, quite honestly. Seeing it now is definitely the time of the year to watch this. Uh, wow, Mufinobi, that's a bad joke. Did you just like scrape the bottom? I could hear the bottom of that barrel scraping for that joke. Did you get a lot of wood off of the bottom of the barrel when you scraped that one up, or I'm just wondering, did you have to use a lathe for that one? Netflix was crazy for not promoting it. I actually had it in my queue and didn't remember saving it. Yeah. You're welcome, Fenobi. I know you were trying on that one, but it was obvious. Oh God. Sorry, Pepper has a little boyfriend that passes by every now and then she starts crying because she wants to go out and screw around with them. Pepper, no. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. Let me find a robot. Yeah. Thanks, Bowie Finobi. Yeah. It's a little boyfriend in the neighborhood who supposedly got married to another dog. I'm not going to even go into the logistics of that. But anyway. So if you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you're still on the fence about joining up, you're going to see a video pop up here. It's basically what's going to happen is YouTube takes the algorithm of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it to the videos in my library and picks one and pops it up there for you. And then also up here is going to be the last final episode of Preacher is going to be up here. Yeah. There we go. Yes, Pepper is the other woman, is what she's become. Yeah. She really is. Now she's sitting on her pillow, dejected because of all of this. And she's not looking at me at all, which is good. Tomorrow I'm off. Thursday, I'm going to do another Is It Worth My Time? And this time I'm going to do Mr. Robot. Why am I doing Mr. Robot? Because Mr. Robot starts up on Sunday. And I figured there's a lot of people out there that probably haven't watched it because they just really don't know about Mr. Robot. They aren't sure if it's worth their time. And you know what? We have a final season coming up. It's going to be the fourth and final season of Mr. Robot. And I figured, what the hell? I'll talk about that for a little bit because it's always good to recap a little bit. Yeah, I know we know the answer to that one, Pen. But I am going to go over a little bit season by season. I'm not going to do a recap of everything, but I'm going to say what the pitfalls of it are and, with each season, because not each season is perfect. Yeah. I'll rename it Why Mr. Robot is Worth Your Time. No, it's not everybody's cup of tea, Pen. I understand that it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm going to I'll bring my thesis to it, is what I'll do. And people can make their decision after that if they want to go and see it. Yeah. I guess tonight they're doing a I didn't know this, but USA is doing a recap. And they're gonna have Carly is gonna be on there. I can't remember her last name now. But she is gonna be the host of the recap for all the last season for season 3, and she is taking over their Instagram as well, the Mr. Robot Instagram for the night. So if you guys, actually, I believe it's going to be on in about another hour here, or half hour, or something like that. So catch that if you can. I found out about it today, and I was just like, "What? Why aren't you guys broadcasting this? Why aren't you?" Yeah, they weren't promoting it at all. I think they've kind of USA has just kind of said, the Mr. Robot fans will find it, and the rest of you, who gives a shit, kind of thing. So yeah, Friday, of course, is going to be Titan season 2. Saturday is another episode of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the weekend and the genre stuff you guys want to talk about and present that to you. And then Sunday is the aforementioned Mr. Robot. And I think next Monday I might be doing Primal as well. Or I might add Primal into Is It Worth My Time? I haven't figured out as of yet. I'm going to watch it first and then I'll see. Primal, by the way, is the animated Gennady Tartakovsky series on Adult Swim. Yeah. Yeah, Penn, like I said, if I hadn't stumbled across it by accident, I wouldn't have known about it either. I literally stumbled across it. I forgot where even. I think it was one of my news feeds that came through, and I looked at it and went, what? Why aren't you guys talking about this? Yeah. Honestly, I know it's hard for them to advertise now. In this day and age with streaming stuff, people aren't watching commercials or they're skipping over commercials. They are, you have a streaming service so you can do cloud DVRs and all that kind of stuff. Or people are just buying the episode outright so you have no commercials. And yeah, it's kind of hard to promote things now. It really is. It really is hard to promote shit now or get the word out there unless you are doing YouTube stuff or Instagram or Twitter. And even then, you're not really getting the word out there. And I mean, how much money are you supposed to spend as a company on your advertising at that point? Or do you waste it on commercials, or is it a waste to do it in commercials? I've been seeing stuff being advertised on the History Channel, of all things. Weird stuff too. That like for Sci-Fi Channel, USA Network, Netflix, Amazon, TV shows that just do not correspond with what I'm watching on there. So yeah, I was watching Forged in Fire because I like watching guys making knives. It's just what it is. And they had some weird commercials in between. And by the way, I fucking hate the Postmates commercial. So Postmates is the kind of like a food delivery thing, which I probably have a commercial in my feed here too. Who knows? And there's a doorbell that rings at the end, and I keep forgetting that there's a doorbell in there, and it sets Pepper off every fucking time because she thinks it's the doorbell and she starts barking like crazy. And I tell her it's the damn TV. Stop barking. I have to open the door and show her. That's how bad it is. Yeah. I hate commercials too. Like Mitch, I really do. Unless they pay my bills, right? YouTube. That's right. Yeah. I don't see any of that money right now. So yeah. So I'm gonna stick with I hate commercials because I do. So again, yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of the dogs are set up. I mean, it's loud and it sounds exactly like the doorbell. Other commercials that I've had doorbells, I noticed that they turn down the sound a little bit and they alter the doorbell sound a little bit. So, Mr. Roboto, if you take a look at my schedule, I'm doing Mr. Robot. This is what I'm doing next. Yeah. Yes, there was a bump in subs, Pen. It was, I believe, because of the last episode of Preacher. The last episode of Preacher got over 1,000 views in less than 24 hours, which I was kind of surprised by, quite honestly. If you're one of the people that have joined up and take a, thank you. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing, and come on in. I mean, especially Saturdays. Come on Saturday mornings for Saturday morning blast off. That's actually a lot of fun. It's a more free form kind of free for all, if you will, about news and all that kind of stuff. So come on in and join. We don't bite. It's a lot of fun. Everyone's welcome. Just as long as you're polite. I mean, you start throwing in stuff like, there was a couple of Trolls and Preacher on Sunday night, and I had to put a couple in timeout, but that was fine. Yeah. Did you watch a new Netflix movie? I haven't, Joe. This was one from January. So there we go. The recaps of the final episodes. Yeah, I know, really. It's really is Viking Bitch. It seems like the recaps of the very final episodes is where people come in because they want to know what happened, if it's worth watching or not. And I get over the recaps fairly quickly. And so they just kind of, I know they skim through it because I see how many time, what the time is, the average time that people watch, which has been going down. Not that I, obsess about it or anything. And yeah, so people kind of look at that and they make their decision whether or not they want to watch it or not. So yeah, I kind of figured Suits was going to end lame. They didn't have half of the original staff, half the original cast that came on with him, so it wasn't worth it. They should have ended it before Meghan left, Meghan Markle, before she left. Is really what they should have done. Joe Tress? Who's Joe Tress? I didn't see that. Did I miss someone? No, I don't think I did. Okay. Oh, Joe Greer. That's why. Joe Tress. Thanks, Bufanobi. Yeah, I finally realized it, Pen. Took me a little while. Mufanobi's off on his joke game tonight, obviously. It's, yeah. What, sorry, I don't speak Italian, Mufanobi. So, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. With that said, again, like, share, and subscribe, as Penn has put up there. Also, take a look at, if you're on the fence, take a look at the video up here at the very end of the video here. You will see a video pop up here that is made directly for you. Take a look at that. And if that floats your boat, hit the subscribe button down below. Any cancellations yet? What do you mean, subscribers or shows? Because Mr. Robot's been canceled. Preacher's been canceled. Who knows what else has been canceled? Review the final episodes of Killjoys. Just say I didn't watch it. Yeah. I didn't watch the entire series. I take that back. So Killjoys, I tried watching the first season of, and good God, I just could not get through that at all. God love you, if those of you who like the show. It's great for you. For me, it was not. Yeah. Yeah. No, I do not do clickbait. So clickbait is for losers and people who just, have way too much fucking time on their hands, quite honestly. It really is. I mean, if you're coming up with shit to, try and sell to people just so you get clicks so you can get more money, that's bullshit. Yeah. I don't even want to know what that is, Mufanobi. Thanks, Pen. Yeah, the thumbnails actually I try and work on a bit, because those actually YouTube looks at and tries to grab and put you to the top of the pile kind of thing. And once they do that, if they find your thumbnail interesting enough, or whatever algorithm they use, I'm pretty sure it's just some guy sitting in a chair going, "Hey, that's kind of cool." He's eating some Cheetos and he pops it up there. Yeah. Or fiddle faddle or whatever the hell he's eating. I don't know. He could be eating tofurkey for all I know. Although, who the hell would eat anyway, that's a different thing. So, I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video and my rambling near the end here. Join me, like I said, for Thursday, where I'm going to talk about Is It Worth Your Time? Mr. Robot. Friday for Titans, Saturday for Saturday Morning Blast Off, and then Sunday we're going to talk about Mr. Robot, the first episode of the last season. Yeah. See how that goes. So, thank you, everybody. I'm going to let you go for the evening. Like I said before, definitely check out I Am Mother. It is on Netflix. Go and watch it. It's worth it. It's a lot of fun. And it is a Halloween movie. It really is a Halloween movie. So, yeah. Yes, Watchmen is not for another 2 weeks after that, Joe Greer. So Mr. Robot's got 2 weeks to really wow me with both the series and the numbers of people watching before I kind of, preempt it with Watchmen. I'll see what happens because everyone's going to be talking about Watchmen. I already know this. Yeah. Movie Finobi, go clean your clothes. Go do your laundry, man. And make some dinner. And call your mom. She wants to talk to you anyway. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to let you go for the evening. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find yourself locked in a bunker with a robot. And that might not be a very good thing. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.